If you can learn to hold people's attention and convert that attention, that tells you if you got a profitable product. Where do I want to pick this group of people up from in terms of information? Where do I want to drop them off and what do I promise? The Q is introduce a question that overcomes an objection. So make a promise and walk them through the process. It'll sound something like this.
It has to work or it has to work.
What we really should be thinking about is it's an attention conversion. The largest commodity is not money right now, it's attention. Fact. Because it's so many podcasts, it's so much data, it's so much content, it's so many things we can go, so many rooms we can get into. If you can learn to hold people's attention and convert that attention, that tells you if you got a profitable product. So if you know that you can't hold people's attention beyond 5 minutes, you definitely shouldn't be thinking about selling high ticket.
Right.
You master holding attention, convert that attention, then you master selling.
Yeah, let me talk about that. Before you even could get that far, I feel like you got to master messaging.
Yeah.
I mean, you're extremely good at mastering messaging, understanding how to say something in a way to get someone to either buy or to at least be interested. How do you come up? What is your framework? And I know you broke it down. Remember, we were at Mexico at the mastermind, and you was talking about get off next exit or something. Like you're able to pinpoint a specific way to talk to the ideal client.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Oh man, so we in the good stuff. There's a few different ways, and I can give some frameworks that people can use. But one, and this is not generic, you actually got to have deep empathy and care.
Yeah.
You got to take ownership for a problem that's not your own. You got to work for free for your clients, master it, learn it, and be able to solve that problem. So what I teach as it relates to messaging, if you think about the internet is filled with, I see it like an interstate, right? It's all these cars, all this traffic. You got people looking at their favorite celebrity. They looking at comments on down the line. How do you get somebody to get off what I call the interstate of social media and get off on your exit? The link in your bio, comment the word blank, DM the word this.
Yeah.
That's where you've got to say something that connects to what a person is interested in. So the way that I'll explain it is simply this. You ever watch somebody start a video and say, people ask me all the time? Mm-hmm. That's no way to drive traffic. Here's why. A better way to do that is to say, here's the top question entrepreneurs are asking.
Now you're talking to entrepreneurs specifically.
When you say people keep asking me, we don't know them people, so it doesn't validate what you're about to say in the content. Yeah. It's better to say, here's the top 2 questions that podcasters are asking to get more views. Here's the top question entrepreneurs are asking to close more sales. Don't say people are asking. See that messaging pivot.
Yeah.
You've got to choose too. Here's a better way to do it. Where am I picking you up from and where am I dropping you off at? Right? So am I picking Neo up from Neo when he's trying to figure out how to make 6 figures a month? Am I picking Neo up from 8-figure earner who's not trying to master money, but trying to master leadership, right? So am I talking to the Neo who's in success? That messaging is going to be different because I'm picking you up from success, and what I'm ultimately doing is moving you along. So anytime you're doing messaging, just think about, I'll simplify this. Think about it like a GPS. Where do I want to pick this group of people up from in terms of information? Where do I want to drop them off and what do I promise? The way in which we do that, very simple framework, very, very, very simple framework. In the first few seconds, you should be saying something that directly promises them something.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I had to stop the episode. Listen, really quick. This is the book responsible for making so many people grow their social media, right? Their income, their impact, and influence, leveraging social media. And you're probably looking at it like, yo, Neil, I don't feel like waiting for you to ship me this book, right, y'all? Go to My IG Cashbook right now, myigcashbook.com. Get a direct download to get this in your inbox so you can immediately start leveraging the strategies. This is over 86 pages. Every single chapter is going to give you a gem to grow your audience, to grow your impact, and to grow your influence, right? And I literally created it for you. This is the same thing that I literally watch people go crazy with. So go to myigcashbook.com, go ahead and claim your copy. It will be in your inbox. And when you do that, buy everything that it comes with. I got an IG course with it and a bunch of other things that I know is going to truly help you go crazy. myigcashbook.com. Let's go.
So make a promise and walk them through the process. It'll sound something like this. If you want, here's the top thing you should stop doing if you want to start doing this. Just fill in the blanks. Yeah. 2 things you could do right now if you want to double your revenue without having to give up time with your kids and spend it in X, Y, and Z, right? So that's some of the framework. but I'll simplify it even more. What I teach my students is PAQS. The P is for introduce a problem,
Yep.
right? So every person at some level of their life have a problem.
Yep.
The A in that is introduce an ambiguous answer. Why? It's 30-second, 20-second content. You can't answer it all, and some people are so arrogant, they'll believe that they have all your information in 30 seconds. You do an ad in 60 seconds, do a workshop in 2 hours, and they will assume that I've got 10 years of your information just because you taught me a small window of it. So it has to be an ambiguous answer. The Q is introduce a question that overcomes an objection.
Yeah.
The question has to directly relate to an objection, and then the S is the system or the strategy you have to solve it, right? So if you can map that out, problem, ambiguous answer, question that overcomes an objection, and a strategy or system you have for it. So I'll do it in real time.
Yeah.
You don't need a lot of followers to make money online, but you do need this one thing. You need to create content that builds your brand, business, and bank account. You need an offer that people can use immediately and get immediate results. So the question is, what type of content should you create if you're trying to post content that attracts customers? That's the Q, right? You're seeing how the ambiguous answer, you see the questions. How often should you post? People keep saying that you need a funnel, but what type of funnel performs for your offer? So here's what I decided to do. I created, and we're in the S now.
Yeah.
You see how the PAQS, it'll walk you through the whole thing. It's a simple format.